Are we there? This is lesson 9 of the 10 lesson series, B1 level, that's for intermediate students. We've talked about various aspects so far in the previous 8 lessons. I suggest if you haven't seen the previous lessons, once you've watched this one, go back and look at the previous videos. There'll be a playlist at the end you can click on, or if not, then go to the lesson note, go to the channel, and you'll be able to see there the different videos and playlists that are available. You want the 10 lesson and the, what was the word? 10 lesson playlist for B1s, intermediates. So let's go with lesson 9. Today we're going to talk about something that is really important, especially if you work in an office. So we're going to look at phrasal verbs related to office life or office work, but they apply equally to maybe filling in forms, maybe other activities during the day that we all get involved with, maybe school. And so these words and phrases, they're just really good everywhere, really, for B1s and those who are aspiring English learners, British English. As we go through the video, try to practice what you're hearing. Repeat it out loud, because remember, no practice, no progress. That's our motto. So let's begin. We're going to look at phrasal verbs we use in the office, daily tasks, so that we can sound natural and confident speaking British English. So as usual, we'll start with with a bit of vocabulary, some phrasal verbs and their examples in context. So the first one, hand in, hand in. So when you give something to somebody that was expecting it, so you could hand in your homework, you could hand in an official document. Another one is, I handed in my report yesterday. To hand in. Can you say that? Hand in. Good. Next one, fill out. Fill out. Now this fill out is when you fill in the gaps or fill in a form and you put the answers to the questions like name, date of birth, your address. If it's an application for a job, you fill in the previous jobs and the experience you have had. Fill in. Please fill in this application. Can you say fill in? I'm sure you said it really well. Excellent. Good work. Take on. To take on. That really means to accept something, to especially a task or a role of some description. To accept new work. So she took on 2 new projects. So of course that's past for take on. Take on in the past, took on. Or you could say in the present, she takes on 2 new projects. Take on. Can you say take on? Take on. Take on. I love the British accent you're doing. Keep it up. That's really good. Call back. Call back. That's when you return a phone call to someone that wants to speak to you. So they've telephoned you, and then you give them a call back. You call back. So let's look at an example here. I'll call you back after lunch. I'll call you back after lunch. See, that's future, isn't it? I will call you back. So, call back, to return a phone call. Can you say call back? Call back. Very good. Remember, out loud. Practice out loud. Don't be shy. Set up. Set up. In this context, set up means to organize or arrange something. You can set up a meeting. The example we have in the text is we set up a meeting at 3 p.m. Set up. So I'll set up the classroom for our next lesson. Very good. Set up. Say set up. Set up. With a T, like a British person. Set up. Okay? Keep practicing. Look over. Look over. So when you hear the word look, maybe you think of looking. But to look over is to check or review something in this context. An example here, the manager looked over the contract. The manager looked over the contract. Let me look over the details of this project. Can you say look over? Look over. Very good. Let's carry on. We're doing well. Put off. So put off. That's when you postpone something or you say, I'll do it another day. You put off. They put off the meeting until Monday. They put off the meeting until Monday. I put off fixing the toilet until last week when I eventually did it. To put off. Say put off. Next one. This is number 8. There are 10. Go over. Go over. So that's when you repeat something. Well, in this case, the direct definition says to discuss in detail. To go over. Usually there's information and you go over it. You do it again. You review it again. You look it over once more. You go over it. So let's go over the budget once again together. Go over. Can you say, it's your turn. Go over. I can hear you from here. It's brilliant. You're doing so well. Now, this next one is actually 3 words, a 3-word verb. Run out of. To run out of. So I'm not sure how to put text on the screen when I do a live broadcast, so I don't think I'll have to put the script in the description perhaps. Or the main phrases. So look out for that. To run out of. It's when something is finished, you have no more of something. So often the printer runs out of ink. Has that happened to you? In fact, the example it gives here, we ran out of printer paper. So the printer is always running out of something. I ran out of coffee, so I had to get some more. To run out of. Can you say run out of? Run out of. Another one, the last one, number 10, catch up on. Again, another 3-word phrasal verb. Catch up on. So that's when you couldn't finish something earlier, and so you are doing it now. For example, I need to catch up on my emails. So maybe you didn't work for 2 days at the office, And so you work today, but you have to catch up on all the emails that you have received while you were not in the office. Catch up on. Okay, so there we go. We've had 10 of them. Hand in, fill out, take on, call back, set up, look over, put off, go over, run out, and almost run out of fingers, and catch up on. 10 phrasal verbs that relate to activities that we can do in an office or every day at home or in school. So a really useful, pardon me, really useful vocabulary and contexts. So we'll look at the grammar just briefly here. Now, phrasal verbs, they're like normal verbs. You adjust them according to the tense. So, for example, we mentioned hand in. So present, I hand in reports every week. Hand in. Past, I handed in a report yesterday. So handed in. Past tense of hand in. I handed in a report yesterday. And then future, we mentioned this with one of the examples. Future of to hand in is I will hand in. I will hand in a report tomorrow. So we adjust these verbs just like any other verbs, except these are 2 or more words in one verb. Does that make sense? Any questions? Raise your hand. No, actually, leave a comment in the comment section so then I can give you feedback. You can let me know if you are enjoying the lesson, if you're benefiting from it, what topics you would like me to cover in future lessons. We have a few ideas there. One's a hotel, so look out for that. Going back to the grammar part, we have separable phrasal verbs and non-separable. We did mention this in a previous video. The difference, what's the difference? Well, separable, you can put things in the middle of the words. I'll give you an example. This is a separable verb. I handed in the report. Okay, that's how we'd say it normally. But you can also say, I handed the report in. I handed the report in. Thanks for the feedback there. I appreciate it. So I handed in the report, or I handed the report in. You see? You're putting the noun, the thing, the object, the report, in this case, in the middle of the phrasal verb. So that is a separable phrasal verb. Unseparable, we ran out of paper. Now, this is unseparable or inseparable. So we can't put anything in the middle of this phrasal verb. Because imagine if we tried to put, we ran paper out of. We ran out paper of. No, it doesn't work, does it? So some are separable and some are inseparable. A good thing to do is keep an eye on what phrasal verbs you see in everyday English, or you hear on the TV or the radio or YouTube, and look how they use them and try to imitate that natural English. Okay, good. So that's the grammar bit out of the way. We're going to read through a conversation. Normally, I would have this conversation pre-recorded and put it in the middle of the video, and I'll be quiet for a few minutes. But well, today, because it's a live session and I can't think of a better way to do it, I'm going to read the conversation. Not sure if I'll change my voice. I may just change places, this way or that way. Okay, let's see how it goes. Give me feedback on this. I appreciate your neutral observations. So it's Anna and Ben. Anna and Ben. Did you hand in the project yesterday, Ben? Yes, I handed it in on time. Did you fill out the feedback forms? Not yet, but I'll do it today. I also need to catch up on my emails. Same here. The manager asked me to take on another task. Wow, you're busy. Did you call back the client already? Or did you call the client back already? Yes, I called him back in the morning. We set up a meeting for Friday. Good. Can we go over the agenda before then? Of course, but we have to look over the budget first. Right. If we run out of time, we can put off the team lunch. Agreed. As long as we hand everything in before the deadline, we'll be fine. So that's a conversation. Did you spot any phrasal verbs? Thumbs up? Thumbs up? I can see you all putting your thumbs up. That's brilliant. So we had there to hand in, fill out, catch up, take on, call back, set up, go over, look over, or overlook, no, run out of, put off, and hand in again. So there are all the phrasal verbs. That's really good. Now we're going to do a couple of activities here. We'll start with this one. It's a little quiz. You'll have to answer to yourself. We're going to read a definition of a phrasal verb, one that we've used today, and I want you to say out loud which one it is. You see? And there's 5, so you can score 5 points. Let me know how many you have scored in the comments below. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, by the way. We always like subscribers. But watch time is more important. Keep watching the videos. That's the main thing. Okay, definition, then you give your answer. So this phrasal verb means to complete a form with information. To complete a form with information. Which phrasal verb is that? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fill out. Well done. Someone put a nice comment there. Excellent job. You got it right. Fill out. Okay, next one. This means to delay something until later. So which phrasal verb means to delay something until later? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You get the answer? Put off. So you put something off until later. Is that separable or inseparable? To put off until later. To put something off until later. Separable. Very good. That's a bonus question. Next definition of a phrasal verb. To return a phone call. To return a phone call. Which one? Which one is it? Which phrasal verb? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your answer, please. Call back. Very good. Call back. See, someone put the correct answer again. You're very good at this. Next, this means to review or check something carefully. To review or check something carefully. Which phrasal verb that we've discussed today means to review and check something carefully? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look over. Look over. You almost had it. Last one, number 5. The phrasal verb that means to do work you didn't have time to do earlier. So to do work you didn't have time to do earlier. Which phrasal verb? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To catch up on. Catch up on. Sounds like ketchup, doesn't it? Catch up on. Very good. Good comment there, Maria. Thank you. Then one last little activity. Similar. It's like fill in the gaps, except you'll have to wait till I read the whole sentence and then say which word you think it is. I need to this form before the interview. I need to fill in. Next one, there's 5 again. We of ink this morning. I said ink, didn't I, before? Do you remember which one I used? We ran out of. Oh, good try, Maria. We ran out of ink this morning. Very good. Ran because it's past tense. If it was present, it'll be run, wouldn't it? She will a new project next week. She will a new project next week. Take on. She will take on a new project next week. Let's the notes together. Let's phrasal verb, the notes together. Which one do you think it is? It could be look over. It could be go over. Last one, they will something the meeting until Tuesday. Maybe you think, well, they will set up the meeting until Tuesday. No, that doesn't make sense, does it? They will postpone. No, they will put off. They will put off the meeting until Tuesday. I can't speak English. I don't know why I'm doing these videos. Okay, very good. They will put off. Excellent work. So, what have we seen today? We've looked at phrasal verbs. We've seen phrasal verbs in the context of an office work, daily activities that use the same ones. And we've seen a bit of the grammar, how we do adjust these verbs like we do normal verbs according to the tense. Never forget that. According to the tense. And some phrasal verbs are separable and some are inseparable. Okay, so that's another important lesson. So go over the lesson again, look at all the phrasal verbs and try to use them when you're speaking in English this week. In fact, here's an idea. Go on to, I don't know, the BBC and choose an article and try to spot phrasal verbs in the article. Verbs of 2 or more words. And that way you'll start getting your mind into the whole phrasal verb universe. There's lots to learn, but you're doing so well. I'll be doing lesson 10 next week, the last of the 10 lesson series for level B1 or intermediate. And after that we'll be starting a new project in the near future too. So subscribe so you don't miss any of these new videos or the last lesson in the series. It'll be in the playlist anyway, so look out for that. And try to watch all the videos 1 to 10 so you can get the whole picture. And hit the thumbs up. I appreciate some of you have already done that. Excellent work. Really good. And keep learning with me. Great British English. See you next time. Now, how do I stop this thing?